Dear students, warm welcome from Xavier Institute of Design, Indore. Greetings for the day. Today we are going to study purpose of line and line illusions. Lines play an integral role in the creation of art. Lines serve as an artist's fingerprint and function as one of her fundamental tools. When an artist produces enough lines on a piece of paper or canvas, the artwork begins to assume both its shape and meaning. Artists make lines using a variety of media, including pencil, pen and paint. Now we will discuss about identification. Lines in art serve a number of functions, according to authors Instas and Peters in drawing, space, form and expression. In the most basic sense, the line captures the essence and the shape of an object. An artist creates the illusion of three-dimensional space by drawing lines on paper. Finally, an artist uses lines to prepare for the drawing process, much like a singer who sings their musical scales. Let's discuss why drawing exercise is required. According to Building a Drawing, sketchbook line drawing exercises are some of the fundamental artist tools. Drawing lines in a circular, looping or crosshatch fashion helps an artist loosen up. The resulting exercises amount to scribbling lines in a sketchbook, but they serve a serious purpose. They prepare the artist physically and mentally to draw. After the artist warms up, she can then move on to another type of line drawing, called the gesture drawing. In the gesture drawing, the artist captures the structure and the movement of an object in loosely drawn lines. Capturing the outline. In addition to using lines to capture an object's movements, the artist employs lines to draw the shape of an object. These line techniques are known as contour, blind contour and continuous line drawings. An artist might describe the contour line as a subject's outline. The blind contour line drawing does this as well, but the difference between the two lies in execution. The artist does not look at his paper as he draws the blind contour. He seeks only to understand the shape of an object and draw it. Finally, the artist can make a continuous line drawing to help him understand the shape of an object. In this instance, he does look at his paper, but doesn't remove his hand from the paper for the duration of the drawing. Three-dimensional space. Artists create the illusion of three-dimensional space on paper with vertical lines, according to Instus and Peters. This is effective because of how people experience the world from a visual sense. The vertical line signifies the human experience of standing upright. The horizontal line captures the feelings of orientation that people get from looking at the horizon. These types of lines represent visual stability, because they remain static. The vertical line suggests action and doesn't have the axial equivalent of the vertical and horizontal line. This creates the illusion of space. Discussing about design. Although artists use lines in drawing exercises, they also use them to execute their work. Instus and Peters write that the artist can use gesture drawing as a stepping stone for creating a design. An artist makes loose sketches or preparatory drawings of a painting, poster or even a brochure. She uses gesture drawings to capture her ideas on paper. Finally, all drawings to a certain extent begin as a series of lines that the artist refines to create a final product. Now, what you are seeing on your screen is line illusions. Just have a clear look on this image before we discuss the topic in detail. Line illusions use surrounding colors or objects and our experience with perspective to use all our knowledge against us. You may take a ruler or a piece of paper and put it on the screen to verify that all lines are perfect and not bent. Cafe wall illusion. In this cafe wall illusion, the parallel straight horizontal lines appear to be bent. Important is that each brick is surrounded by the gray line, so a color in between the dark and light color of the bricks. Cafe wall variation. Let us understand the variation of lines in this wall variation. It will give you an illusion. Are the lines made out of the blue squares parallel? You bet they are. Herring illusion. This image suggests that the horizontal lines are bent, however, the distortion is caused by the background that simulates perspective and thus false depth perception is created. Poggendorf illusion. Which line is a continuation of the black one, the blue or the red line? If you guess that it's the blue line, then you are wrong. Take a paper or a ruler to verify that. Human brain very poorly interprets the path of diagonals. By Johann Christian Poggendorf. Zollner illusion. Are the diagonal lines parallel? Of course, they are. Angle of the short lines helps to create the impression that one end of the longer lines is nearer to us than the other end. By Johann Carl Friedrich Zollner. Tilting table. Slanted lines in the following illusions produce a great effect. Both rectangles are parallel. You can take a ruler to check it out. Lines. Do you see some squares or rectangles? Really, this is nothing more than a bunch of lines going in every direction, but the way our mind interprets these lines are totally different. Now what you are seeing on your screen is circle. Circle is a shape consisting of all points in a plane that are at a given distance from a given point. The center. Equivalently, it is the curve traced out by a point that moves in a plane so that its distance from a given point is constant. Ehrenstein's perfect square. Sides of a square placed inside a pattern of concentric circles seem curved although they are straight, by Walter Ehrenstein. Square. It is a regular quadrilateral, which means that it has 4 equal sides and 4 equal angles. With special characteristics, a square can be a rectangle or parallelogram as well. No spiral. There is no spiral on the following picture. It's just nicely put squares that our eyes incorrectly understand as spiral. Look closer. Regular squares. A nice visual illusion using perfect squares. By Akiyoshi Kitaoka. Straight lines. A line can be thought of as points so close together that they lose their individual identity and form a new entity. A line has psychological impact according to its direction, weight, and the variation in its direction and weight. Straight dice. All the dice are perfect squares. Switching of black and white color is just tricking us into seeing bent lines although all the lines are straight. Thank you all of you. Now I request you all to kindly go through notes of this topic, and if you have any doubt about the same, please write us at official email id of Xavier Institute of Design, Indore.